Is it hard to understand?
When it comes to reading the Bible, the first thing that comes to mind is the fact that this is the Word of God.
The seals have been broken, and the truth is here.
And when we go throughout the scriptures, when we go throughout extra biblical records, we find that the language that God employed, that He used to create the heavens and the earth, was the Hebrew language.
Christ said, I came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But yet no one, no religious leader, no religious church out there anywhere can now identify the 12 tribes of Israel. Can we? God is quite simple, but it seems as if man makes understanding Him hard.
What are those mysteries?
The truth of your book and the truth will make you free. The Hebrew and Bible Academy, you're invited.
Hey, how you guys doing out there today? How are you guys doing out there today? Sorry, I'm so late, man. To be honest with you, I'm just coming straight off the homestead. I had some some work that really had to get done. I had some work that really had to get done. So I'm sorry that I couldn't be with you a little earlier, but getting still, I'm here, and I'm happy to be here. Let me get this mic right for you guys. All right. Yes, I am here. Get over here. Okay, that's better. I'm just coming off from the homestead. I was building a whole cattle fence. So, and my auger wasn't working, so I had to do the, I had to do it by hand with my post hole digger, because sometimes those old augers go out the motors when you don't use them on the regular. So, but yeah, man, I was putting work in for certain, and I've been doing that for a few days, and I'm going to tell you guys, like, the reason I titled this show what I titled it today, because the whole deal is we were shooting a video. We were shooting a video, or whatever the case may be. Well, we had a video shoot, and you know, the whole deal is, music for me is, I just do it for fun and for the Most High, and just to wake the people up now. I still try to come with it though, but I guess it's important to the other realm though. I guess it's important to the other realm because you said it's low on your part. I mean, my volume is all the way up here, so maybe you need to turn yours up. Mine's is up, so I don't want to go to the red of the meter, but I'm touching the yellow. So if I'm low to anybody else, you guys let me know. All right. But anyway, yeah, everybody else said the volume is good. So anyway, so okay, so I'm all clear. All praises be to the Most High. So let me not lose my thought here. Yeah, so I guess to the other realm. Shalom, Elder Dale. Shalom. Well, I'm glad you guys are saying that, so that way she knows she probably just needs to check her computer, because sometimes people, you know how some of these computers, their volume is low, or some of these TVs, every system is different. So thank you for validating that. Shalom, my brother. But anyway, yeah, so I think the other realm, and I hate to say it, guys, I know everybody feels like this, but I mean, like, I'm talking about to people who would have actually done something in the world and who were doing stuff. I just had to be honest with you. And I'm not trying to toot my horn, but I'm going to tell you, there's some people out there who do music in the truth, man, who you know in the world, they were doing something and would have been something. But I know some people feel like they can relate, but I'm trying to be serious here. What I'm saying is, every time I am trying to do something like this, it just seems to something's trying to get in the way. Because I always try to, even in the world, do it on a very powerful level. I always try to make it like I'm stepping with a freaking giant foot in the ground. Not for clout, not for vainglory. This is just how I been doing stuff for a long time. Okay. So I look outside, and I'm supposed to be at the shoot at 11 because we rented out a whole gym to shoot our video, Spiritually Balling, featuring Lion and King with Tazaba. Okay, one of the people's favorites. And I look outside, and this hadn't happened in a long time. All of my heifers are outside. And I got some big cows. I mean, they're all in my front yard. Neither do I want them to mess up my front yard. All of them are in my front yard, and I have 2 bulls. One of my bulls I keep down here, the white one, and the black one, he's out with them. I'm like, Father, have mercy. Not only that, because I'm already trying to make sure I'm getting there on time. I look on the other side of the fence. Another one of my heifers is on the other side of the neighbor's fence. So I go back to remembering Job when they kept sending him messages, telling him what was going on with his animals. And I said, boy, here we go again. Here we go again. But as usual, when something happens on the homestead, even though things can happen outside of the devil on a homestead, I hope you know. And when you read the Old Testament, your animals can fall into ditches and all type of stuff. But it's just for me, and I speak to your Rock, and I speak to some of the elders, they know what I'm talking about, like the timing of things throughout the years of us doing this work. And I'm like, man, something don't want me to really do what I'm doing here. I mean, we're just trying to shoot a little video. We don't think of the videos to be that big or whatever. I mean, we put our all into them or whatever, but it's not like, come and check this out. And it's like, it's not that deep. We're just doing it for the Most High. And, wherever the Most High wants to do with it, so be it. But it's like the devil is just a total hater. So, yes, now I have to take off my nice clothes. I'm just hopping out the shower. So now I have to run outside in the cold and chase these guys around. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to bring them in where I have my white bull. I'll bring them in where I have my white bull. But guess what? I can't get the other heifer on the other side of the land in. So we take us some time trying to get her in because this is taking time. Now I'm already late. And we finally run her back down where our property is on the other half of the 5 acres is down there. All right, because we got 10. So basically, we run her down there. She ended up getting on somebody else's property. And then somebody else's property. And so I said, you know what, with her, she's going to find a way to get back. I seen the way she got out. She'll come back in. I eventually took another day or 2 to get her back in. I got her back in. And so I said, no, I have to actually build a actual whole cattle situation for them. And, you know what I mean? I got to have a whole new stable for them because to keep them stable. So that's what I was doing. I also, the next day, it didn't stop. Because you have a season. So I know you guys know what I'm talking about, those of you who are in the truth. You have a season where you get attacked. So I'm going to get to the show and tell you where I'm going with this. You have a season where you get attacked. Everybody has a season. Make sure you hit the like button. Okay, and it comes every now and then. The devil, he would just wait a little bit, and then he will come back. So you can be tested, battle tested, gold tried in the fire. The next day, my neighbor tells me, now, you remember Job. You remember Job when you were reading the story. He went through one thing, boom. Just when he thought that was going to be it, here comes another thing. Right? Whoo. But what I love about this truth is that they have taught me so much patience living in Egypt and overseas, going through everything. And I'm just like, you know what? You know I can be in prison right now. The Most High saved me from prison. The Most High gave me back my children for those who know my story. He gave me money. Let me tell you, when I realized that my soul belongs to the Most High a long time ago. When I started this work, I never planned on looking back. You guys know a story, man. I found $3,000 that belonged to somebody else and gave it back to him on the streets. Y'all know that story if you've been watching G.O.C.C media for long enough. I was coming from the Sabbath, found $3,000, flapping around with numbered hundreds. Huh? Number hundreds. You know, I was like, oh, Most High, Most High love me. You know, I seen this. It looked like a little banking bag, but it was a giant wallet. And I end up calling and trying to look for the ID, and end up calling the person and giving him back every single drop of his money without any expectations of him giving me anything. All right. So the Most High actually end up blessing me with that money more every month. So because I was just coming back and I didn't have a lot of money, so I was working towards building my family empire of Key. Okay. So it was a blessing. So I never been about money like that. It's just a tool. But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. So the next day, right, I back to my land. There was another heifer, right? She was left in there alone, a very tiny heifer that I have, a red Angus. And my neighbor said, hey, man, I think Deacon Alam's horse is biting the heifer or whatever. And I'm like, well, sometimes the horse, he keep him in check. So I kind of like the horse because he keep him in check. But he said she's on the ground laying down. And I'm like, oh, my goodness. So I had already been going through it, stress and anxiety. But I don't let it affect me. When you hear me say stress and anxiety, it happens. But how I react to it is not the same a normal person would react. I just stay calm and quiet. And I learned how to resolve things. Very easy, simple with patience. You never hear me yell or something like that. Like when it comes, I'm like, it's okay. I just go fix the problem and I stay quiet. I don't yell at my wife. I don't yell at my children. I just go fix the problem and I stay calm and quiet. And I think about all the things that could be worse. I think about how I could be in a worse situation, and I'd rather be running after some cows that I have on land than running after some dudes in prison. Being impoverished, being outside of this truth in the world. That's, say, hey, I'll take this. I'll take me having to run for cows. At least I got cows. At least I got bulls. So I go through a lot too. A lot of y'all don't know. I go through a whole lot of challenges being in this truth that I'm always calm about. Okay. I'm like a little ninja in this truth. You never know with me. I can wait and I can be patient. So that's how I always am about things. I will wait, if you know what I'm talking about. So I don't get to the emotional thing. Okay. So anyway, I get down there and I realize that the cow, I thought she was paralyzed because, the horse can bite you on the neck, like the cows on the neck, and totally paralyze them. So we seen the scars a little bit. The horse definitely bit the heifer. So I put the heifer on the back of my tractor, got my forklifts put on the back of my tractor, took her down to this side because I'm like, well, maybe the horse is bullying her because she's just a small runt and the rest of the herd is not down here. So what I did was I brung them back down first. I took her away because I said, okay, well, she needs help. So I'm going to leave them here and I have to take her down here with my white bull. Guys, she had bloat. I think she had stress and anxiety from the herd being away. And yes, it can come from hay. It can come from wet grass. It can come from many things. But she had full of gas. These guys can get, your goats or your sheep can get full of gas. This is not going to be about a homestead lesson. This is just the introduction today. Where are we going? I was always hoping that I never had to go through this with my animals, the bloat thing, especially with a big animal like a cow. The babies are 150, 200 250, 300 pounds. Like this is how the babies are. So I've always watched these videos and studied them in case I ever had to do it. You basically have to poke a hole in your animal like you're popping a balloon at the top of the left flank. And I'm like, I'm not a vet, so I'm nervous. I'm like, oh my goodness. When I say I'm nervous, not really, but I don't want to have to do this. I don't want to have to do this. So basically, I had to do it, and you can actually feel the gas coming out of the needle. You can actually feel the gas coming out of the needle. So, yeah, that was different. I can feel the muscle shifting and the gas moving. It was like, whoo, this is an experience. I didn't get that part on camera because I just thought that, I didn't want to show that part on camera. So, also, I went to the feed store and tried to see if I can get a bigger needle because the gas wasn't coming out fast enough. But we stayed patient, rubbing the stomach. But we also put, what you can do, some baking soda, oil, vegetable oil, but, we use a good oil. We used coconut oil, and we used warm water. And just rubbed her for about 30 minutes to an hour, trying to get the gas out as much as possible. We had to, obviously, tie her up, and because she's a feisty one. So I'm probably going to show you that one on camera a little later. But that's what happened, man. Like, I had to go through these things back to back, just like another little small Job again. I've been through these Jobs a few times in my life, like a lot of you all. And we're still here. And I said I had to fix this situation down here on the homestead. So now I'm here on the show. I didn't want to cancel. I knew I might be a little late. So I just wanted to tell that story. Like, listen, on top of that, I'm seeing Miss Tabitha and Brother Mike out there in Georgia on Humble Servants Homestead. They're having all of these lambs. They're dropping all of these lambs, these beautiful lambs. But I think they said they possibly lost one from a similar thing, and they had to do a C-section on her because she had twins. So may God bless them in their hands, because you guys don't know how rough it is to have the bottle feed. I've lost lambs before, not giving them the colostrum on the first 24 to 48 hours, because sometimes you assume they're getting it out of the mother just because you see them sucking, and sometimes it's not always the case. So I'm going to tell y'all something. Whatever y'all see going on in the earth, some of us out here are working to try to show you and getting practice, and we're learning too. And even though you know something, you never stop learning, because every situation is different. Okay, every land is different, every grass is different, every terrain is different, every climate is different. So it comes with all sorts of different challenges on top of the adversary trying to throw a wrench, you understand, in your situation. So I'm here tonight. I'm grateful. I was tired, but now I'm wired. You know what I mean? So, and I got me some protein right here, and we're going to go in tonight. The chosen blacks will rise against all odds. The reason I called it this is because I wanted the world to see something in the title, the chosen blacks. Everybody is calling themselves black. We have to, like Elder said a long time ago, stop identifying as black. Now, we are slowly coming to it, believe it or not, people, other brothers and sisters who are in the world who are not actually in the truth. They're coming to it, but not fully, but guess what? Hopefully we the bridges will join together. Okay? Hopefully the bridge can be joined together. And what do I mean? Those brothers and sisters who are close, we can help to fix that breach in that bridge and bridge that gap. And I'm talking about because we know who we are. They are starting to understand that, hey, they're telling people all on social media, and I'm going to show a few videos, that we are not Somalians. We are not Africans. And we are not from Africa. And I'm going to say this. I hate to put some type of blame on Africa. That's not what I'm doing. I sound like that. But I am not from Africa. Neither are the brothers and sisters in America. And those who are from Africa are our brothers and sisters, a lot of them. So we do love them. But what I'm saying is we're not from there. Our forefathers only went there because Christ told them to flee into the mountains, to have a little place of refuge, because we would be pilgrims on the earth until we would come back to the land of Israel. So I don't take no pride in some African thing, especially what we see going on right now, because all nations have conspired against us, as we know. We've been talking about it. We've been talking about it for a while. Elder have been going, we've been going into this off and on for years, but sometimes it just gets crazy. Now, I also have to go into it also to show people that it's a lot of propaganda, it's a lot of false flag, it's a lot of crisis acting going on, them trying to stir up emotion with us. It's a lot of things trying to push fear with us. It's a lot of things going on where they're trying to push fear with this Minnesota thing. So while there's major things going on like war and prophecy. Now, is the Minnesota thing prophecy? Definitely is. Nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. But that it's not saying that how exactly it's going to happen. Okay, in every aspect. But in 2nd Ezra, it does talk a little bit about it. Okay, when it comes to this immigration, this ICE situation, whom I believe is paid mercenaries by the Zionists. You guys don't remember when you watched the show Colony? Let us show you the show Colony. But as a matter of fact, before we go into that really quick, let me make a quick announcement of the Hebrew and Bible Academy. I think we're going into week 5, okay? I think we're going into week 5, okay? Last week, I think they talked about who is Edom, okay? So if you want to get your seat, okay, when we are doing these Hebrew and Bible Academies on Sunday, okay? This one have already started, obviously. We are in week 5. So if you want to get in the next academy, guess what? All you have to do is go to historytimes.org, where they're teaching Hebrew, world news that you can't get in America, okay? Powerful biblical lessons like these here that you see here. Why understanding Armageddon's purpose is key to hope, dispelling common misconceptions about total annihilation, Revelations 21 and 22, God's explicit promise of a new heaven and earth, the absence of tears, pain, and death, literal promise, lessons like this, okay? All right, you have Babylon from Rome to America, all types of lessons about Daniel, lessons about who the tribes are, different lessons for different academies, about creation, secrets of the times, understanding what time we're actually in and how God separates the times, okay? So all you have to do is go to historytimes.org to sign up. All you have to pay is a very affordable price, which is $150 for 3 months. Once again, this will not put you in debt like a university or a college, but actually give you more than a university, in my opinion. Okay, but my opinion is a fact. My opinion is a fact. Okay, because I've been to college, and let me tell you, this here is not, college, unfortunately, will not stand up to what we're teaching in this Hebrew and Bible Academy. You can use college if you want to educate yourself to get a great career or something like that, and it's nothing wrong with that, but what I'm saying is this here is very, very powerful. And it will catch you up to speed about what's going on in these times. Okay? We can't just give this information out to the world anymore and they trample over it and they're using it in their lesson and abusing it of what the Most High blessed the elders with. I'm sorry. It was already, if you want to go back and dig on the old lessons on the Sabbaths, you can do that in the treasure chest. But the Most High have blessed this church with so much more knowledge now able to put it in a format where it can be for those who want to become more studious and learn more about the Bible and their history, the history of the Hebrews, the history of the Israelites and the nations and their enemies, the history of their fall and their rise and them going into the kingdom. Okay, you can go to historytimes.org for this. All right, and if you're not able to see it on Sunday, the lessons are recorded for you to get them. So don't worry about that. All right. So stay tuned to A Gathering 144 on Wednesday, Friday, Saturday on the Sabbath, and then the Hebrew and Bible Academy, historytimes.org is a class on Sunday. And then on G.O.C.C. Media, our sister channel, you have me on Tuesdays. You have Deacon Azak on Thursdays, Elder Rawchaa on Fridays. All right, just want to put that out there really quick before we go forward. All right. So, yes, we're going to show some of these things tonight. We are going to show some of these things tonight. The chosen blacks will rise against all odds. We're going to rise against these odds. Let me tell you, they are pushing total fear. Total fear. Let me tell you, they are trying to get us into provocation. They are trying to provoke us, guys. They're mad that we're not falling for their traps. Let me tell you, our brothers are starting to stand up saying, listen, stay out the way. Whether they're in the truth or not, it's still the truth. Stay out the way. Us dying and fighting have not gotten us nowhere for this place. We're not dying for this place no more. We don't need to fight in their armies. You can do what you want to do. Huh? But look, I'm like Black Yachan in the UK. Why my black brothers in the Navy? Why my black brothers in the Navy? They said that on Boys in the Hood when I was a little kid. When I was a little kid watching Boys in the Hood, who was the actor? Lawrence Fishburne. How you say his name? He said, I think he said something about a black man don't got no business doing in the army. That's why I never went. Now, later on, I did. I'm not going to lie. I tried to. But the Most High didn't want me to go to the Navy. I realized he didn't want me to go. He didn't want me to go to the NBA because I was at the top of my game with that. Me and my best friend. Okay, that's a whole nother story how to prove that. Okay, my best friend, the last I spoke with him, he was at an NBA tryout before I got into the truth. So yeah, we was at top levels. He played against LeBron before LeBron went to the NBA and all that. So we were top level. He didn't want me to do the music because I was at top level with the music too. We can have a whole nother show about that. Okay, right? He didn't want me to do none of these things. So let me tell you, I'm so grateful because this is where we are. We're tired of giving Babylon our all, and they're giving us nothing back. So now we know we got to work. We know we got to grind. We know we got to hustle. We know we got to do what we need to do to endure to the end. But dying and fighting for this country and fighting for people who never stands up for us, I don't care if it's other black people or groups like Black Lives Matter. No, we know Black Lives Matter. But marching and things like that, no, that have not helped us. There's no reparations that have came. So listen, if the reparations ain't come with the Million Man March, ain't no reparations coming. Unless the Most High says it's time for us to go get my people what they need so they can get the hell up out of this hell. Period. So we're going to show we're going to show a few things on it. I want to get Psalms 83 really quick first before we go into these videos. All right, Psalms 83. You guys know it. It's time to hear it again. Because this is where we are. Them using the same old Minnesota. That means they think we're stupid. Huh? Listen. Oh, yeah, I be jamming that black guitar. Y'all don't know. He be going in. Sometimes you don't know what he be talking about, but then when you listen real close, he be dropping straight knowledge in that thing. I'm telling you. He be dropping in that joint. That's one, let me tell you, to me, I don't understand Israel when it comes to when you got people who actually have talent in music. To me personally, it be the favorites be the music that, and nothing against people, but it be the favorites of people who need a little work. But the people who actually put in, like, got production and powerful, they be getting the least views. I be like, man, what's going on with Israel? Good Lord. All right. So, Psalms 83, we are here. We are here. Let's get it, baby. We in the game. A prayer for the destruction of Israel's enemies. Look at that. Look at that title. Look at that. Woo. Yeah, I like that title. Keep not thy silence, O power. So as we read this, I pray that it resonates with the Most High through all of our spirits being one mind and one body. Keep not thou silence, O power. Hold not thy peace, and be still. Be not still, O God. For lo, look, Most High, thine enemies make a tumult. He talking about, listen, the enemies of our God and all of these idols. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They looking proudly among the people who taught them everything. Taught them how to dance. Let me tell you, I'm going to show you tonight. You lifting up your head at the chosen, who making it happen with nothing, who still be cool, even if we only got a few, even if we only have a little bit, still the coolest man and woman on earth. Who other people will want to sit down and look to, because we got great personality and character from our God that we was born with. Verse 3, they have taken crafty counsel against your people and consulted against thine hidden ones. Why are we the hidden ones? Because everybody looks past what's going on in our neighborhoods, in our communities, what we need. We go street preaching in the hood and you look about and you're like, you look at the hood and you're like, well, they forgot about the hood. And they ain't forget about it. They come to the hood and make all these little grocery store. It's almost like the grocery stores that are not like that famous. They stay in the hood. They let their little underling part of their culture come through and get a part of the hood once they move up. So once they move up with their little stores in the hood, they little 99-cent stores, they big dollar stores, all of their businesses, they move up to the nice shopping centers and the nice places. And then they let their cousins, their uncles, their grandmas, their nephews come through, and then they take over the little has-been businesses that our people shop at. Because none of our people own those places. See? So what is ICE really here for? If they really here, America would have to shut down. Trust me when I say that. Because if ICE is taking people who actually have paperwork and they're saying, yeah, like your rock said, goofy name restaurants. If they're really here, that's why I'm not buying none of it. If they're really here to take immigrants, why are they taking people who have paperwork? I'm not really understanding what's really going on fully. I'm talking about of what they're saying. I know what's going on with the scriptures. But if you're taking people who got paperwork, are you taking people who took the jab? Because for me, it is not all adding up. And the reason I say that is because on Colony, the show, and you can't follow a show or a movie to everything, but I'm going to tell you something. It's all of these businesses are Gentile businesses from the beginning. After civil rights movements, all of these businesses are East Indian, Chinese, and Arab. They've been here. What are we talking about? They've been here. Are you sure they want to take out all of these businesses? Esau don't want to work like that. Let me tell you, that will shut this place down. Because everything will have to come to us, and that's not what they want. So do they really want all of these immigrants out of here? I don't think so. They want us out of here, like Elder said, so they can bring in more immigrants. But are they taking? Sometimes I wonder, are they taking people who took some of these jabs and still survived? Whether they're immigrants or us. The reason I say that too, because when I was watching on Colony, it was the same thing going on. They were coming and just taking people. And they would tell them that they're going to some type of, what were they telling them they're going to? I forget. You guys remember out there when on Colony, the TV show Colony, they were telling them they were going to something. Right? But where were they actually going? They were actually going to, they were actually putting them in pods. So they were kidnapping certain people who had skills. And they were kidnapping Hispanics on that joint and everything. And they were putting these people in pods for future use later. Y'all not hearing what I'm saying here. I'm just telling y'all. They can tell you they bringing them to a camp, this and that. Let me tell you. On Colony, they dropped so much at the end. The factory, that's what it was, the factory. At the end of Colony, you had a black man. Now, in real life, this dude is a homosexual, this black dude, Wayne Brady or something like that. But they still had to show a black man who ended up knowing the same technology, and he was coming against the host. Now, who was the host? The host is the fallen angels he's talking about. He was like Jacob in Colony. And guess what? He was working with some Gentiles, but he was working with Broussard, who was ex-military. He was working with a white guy who was ex-military. So he was working with Edomites, and he was working with our people to bring down, to go against the host or the Zionist. Yes, that's what he was doing. And at the end of it, all of those people came together who were in one mind together to fight against the host and what they had going on. Oh, yeah, and they was on the low with it. This is what was going on. And at the end, what did you see? Well, they cut it off, and they did not let another season come back on. You seen somebody come through the ship, cloaked, and just from him coming through the ship, everybody dropped down. Don't you know it tells us that in 2nd Ezra that Christ will destroy them without labor? He came through. And everybody just dropped. So that wasn't an alien right there. That was Christ they were showing at the end. Coming through, invisible, while everybody dropped. See? And they were just taking people and stealing people on that joint. The same thing you see ICE doing right now. So you really don't really know what they really want, because it's just random people they're taking. And they're not taking no East Indians, no Chinese. They coming for Hispanics. And then they will eventually come for us. The people with the strong bodies, strong organs, and possibly people who have been taking something in their bodies. We'll see. I know it's not just about that, but I know they're replacing us. But listen, they be killing 30 birds with one stone. At the end of the show, these people were in pods. And you know what they're trying to do with the mark of the beast? Create an army against the Most High. Elder was saying it a long time ago while he was putting these vaccines in people. Trying to create an army of the Most High. So you might thinking they're taking immigrants, but they might be taking people who they know, who they can read of what's going on in their bodies who survived for the next phase to come. So I'm just saying, we're going to see how this thing going to play out. But let's talk about it. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. Let's divide them and call them African American. Let's call them Hispanics. Let's call them Haitian. Let's give them the names God didn't call them. They don't need to know they're the nation of Israel because they're going to call back on their God. We need them worshiping Christmas, all sorts of other type of pagan holidays and worship, so they can never call on their God and get power and come together like the Power Rangers. See, the Power Rangers, you remember that little show? They all came together in one force to fight against the evil. That represented, you got the Red Ranger, Blue Ranger, Green Ranger. This is all the different tribes. They and all their shows, this is what they're showing. This is what they're showing. All right? So, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. That they don't remember their name Israel. They don't know who it is. They're going to call themselves black. Black folk. You know, black folk, everybody is black, Negro. Somalians is black. If you a black man in America, everybody is black, Negro. Travel. Arabs is brown and black. Syrians is brown and black. Persians is brown and black. Asians is brown and black. Tan. All of these are like the soil. The soil have layers of colors, with black being the main foundation of the pure soil. See? Yeah. All of the people are black except for the Edomites, Esau, or the white people, which God calls red. So we can't stick with calling these. Now you see why Elder was telling us a long time ago we can't identify as black. Duh, we have black and brown skin. But God called us Israelites, Jacob, Hebrews, the children of Jacob, the children of Israel. When you travel, they still call you that when you go to Africa and the Middle East. But because it's not benefiting the Nigerians and Africans, they know it, but it ain't benefiting them. So they're coming over as immigrants and Africans to get the money in Babylon. Every time I talk to a Nigerian, they say, oh, yes, I know I'm Igbo. But what are you doing about it? Why you ain't let me know? So guess what? You're going to have to pay for that too, brother, through your ignorance. You knew the whole time, and you ain't saying nothing. So you coming over here taking the bag like Judas too. But once it go down, you're gonna be calling on your brothers over here. Once it goes down, you're gonna be calling on your brothers over here for help. We're gonna be like, hold up, brother, what you coming over here living fat in these nice neighborhoods, looking down upon your own brothers? When we know how it is in your country, yeah, Nigeria has riches and they have regular places and malls and they have that, but the whole country is not like that. Don't let them fool you. Got some Negro crying on social media talking about they lied to us about Africa having, yeah. Just because they have buildings don't mean a damn thing. You can't go over there and buy no land, Negro. So what does it matter if they have that, if you can't go over there and live like them? If their own people over there can't live like them? What's the point of constantly bragging, Africa has this and they have that? So what? If we can't go over there and buy no land, what's the point of talking about it if they behind us over here? No. Let's stop talking about stupid things that have no point or no purpose about it. Africa don't have no power, as you see. And then you got the Venezuelans over there. Our people need to come back to their God. They're over there fooled too. They talking about, nah, y'all don't know our leader. We needed to get him out of here anyway. They let the white man fool them too. Yeah, you might not have liked everything about your leader, but you had your own resources. Because when Esau come over there, he taking everything, baby. He ain't leaving nothing behind. Oh, they got one more nugget of gold right there. I need it. You ain't getting a speck. You better read Obadiah. Huh? They don't want you to be in remembrance no more. They want you to call y'all Venezuelans, they want you to call your brother nigger, and then they let you come over here and knowing we're going to fight amongst one another. Because guess what? To be honest, you can't just come over here and get the same privileges as us, and we built this place, even though you're our brothers. Just like we can't come over there and get the same privileges with you. But it's all good as long as we coming over there spending money, right? Let's keep, if you want to keep it real, let's keep it all the way 144,000. We got to understand and see what's going on here, how the enemies are dividing us and don't want us to be who God intended for us to be, to come back to him. We are together in this fight. But I'm going to tell you something. We're not begging anybody. We can't beg anybody. Those who understand and those who hear, like Christ said, that's just who it's for. We can't beg the people. Let me tell you, for those who have an ear, let them hear. For those who will listen, let them listen. That's what the scripture says. It says it all the way in the book of Revelation. For those that will hear, that means for those that will listen. So don't waste your time on those that won't listen. We preach the message, we prophesy to the wind, and it will go to where it's supposed to go to, wherever the wind listed it to go to. Right? For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Don't let them come over here and play poverty. See, when I see them coming over here putting up poverty signs, I don't give them a damn thing. Hell no. You ain't getting my money. Until my people is together, I know what you do in Egypt. You be putting the little fake iodine stuff on you so you can look like you bleeding. Let me tell you, I was in Egypt. It was a man sitting there. I was there 5 years. I came back, the dude still playing the same trick. I said, good Lord of mine. This dude still playing the same trick. Still collecting coins for being a fraud. So I learned in life, for some people, you can't feel sorry for them. You don't look down upon anybody. You don't look down upon the poor. But I'm gonna tell you, I look out for mine first. And then you got some of my people. I have to be like, hey, brother, you listen. You know I got a McDonald's around the street, or they got some lawnmowers. It's 20 degrees outside. You still bagging out this joint? Don't you want to be in a warming center or someplace? This ain't making sense. Like I said, I'm not here to judge the poor, but at the same time, it got to make sense. For they have consulted together with one consent, and they are confederate against thee. Let's talk about who is confederate against us. Black folk. We ain't black folk. We're the children of God in that Bible. So you either going to keep letting people take your promise and they going to stomp on your behind, or you're going to stand and collect what the Most High is trying to give you by coming to him, honoring his name, his law, statutes, and commandments, getting baptized and standing in line because he's bringing your kingdom. Now, if you don't want this kingdom coming, Esau's coming to whip out behind anyway. But there's a protection that can come with it. We're going to get tried. We're going to get tested. But there's a protection that can come with this. So we're not fully destroyed and fully ruined, so he can still save a remnant of us. But if you want to live under the name African, we was kings in Africa. What the hell? What good is it you talking about? We was kings in Africa. So what, Negro? I'm saying it like that on purpose so you can get this through your freaking skull. How is that helping you? We was. What are you doing now? What are we doing now? LeBron tap dancing. Let me tell you, even the basketball players and the football player, LeBron tap dancing all over that court. He traveling all over the court. He didn't travel to Africa and back. They will not call it traveling how much he tap danced for Esau. He will take, after dribbling the ball, he going to take 7 steps and not one travel will be called. That's some real tap dancing right there, brother. So it's either we going to tap dance, give a lap dance to Esau. Yeah, that's basically what we doing. Or you going to stand and take what's yours. And guess what? You ain't got to go take and steal. I'm talking about it's given to you if you just come and take it. The Holy Spirit is there for you as a gift if you come and follow. For those that have ears, let them hear. You want to know who's against you because your pastor haven't told you who's coming against you? Because they just calling people black folk and white folk? No, you starting to see all black folks ain't the same now, huh? Now that they bringing in ICE. You starting to see that now, huh? Now you starting to see all black folks ain't the same. That's why Christ said, that's why I said it in 2nd Ezra. Then shall it be known whom is my chosen. Not the people worshiping these other gods and these idols. Coming over here as Muslims and Islam. And you as a so-called black powerful gorilla being a freaking knucklehead underling to a Muslim. That is so corny, dude. And you know you live in a life of hypocrisy selling dope as a Muslim. How you calling on Allah and selling dope? Don't you know what they believe in that they can rape, rob, steal, and pillage and rape men, women, and children? That's what you represent, King? Oh, no, excuse me. Let me not call you King. Let me call you Ishmael. That don't even sound cool for a black brother. Ishmael. Man, I'm like, yeah, I know we got more style. Even when you rap and get on these beats, you come on that joint with straight style. How you Muslim and have you traveled to see what Arabs do? They have no style. I can show you how they get down. They tell all the women to stay home and they dance together and clap and shake behind in thong sandals with dust all over their body. Yeah, that's the brother. That's Islam. You got the bean pie version, but they got the bean butt version over there. Okay, I lived over there for 8 years, and guess what? I was fortunate enough to learn Arabic. But you don't know the Quran. I don't want to know the damn Quran. It was made by the white man too. Let me tell you, getting our history, go to historytimes.org, getting our Hebrew and Bible Academy. We teach that part too about Ishmael. Let me tell you something about Ishmael. They are underlings to the white man and have always been when you read the history and the records. See? That's who they are. And guess what? Those Ishmaelites who accept Christ, I'm cool with them. But I'm not cool with them coming over here trying to make our brothers and sisters deal with this Islam garbage. No. I don't have nothing personal against them, but just how they believe what they believe, I believe what I believe. Let me tell you something about Ishmael for a little bit. How you going to be an underling to an Arab who have enslaved us longer than a white man? You don't know your history, brother. You don't know your history. Tell me my name is Islam Ahmed Mustafa Fadl Habib. Nah. Abdul Mustafa Harab. Nah, brother. That don't even sound fly or swaggish at all. No. Let it go. Let it go. You got the beard. You don't even want to edge your beard up that you didn't turn Muslim. The beard got to grow wild. His hair all over here. Going, it's like, is this something we don't know about? Why the hair is going from the north, east, west to the south, and you trying to come and holler at sisters? My name is Arab. Arab? Who would want to be an Arab as a black brother who can get all the women in the earth? No offense, I'm just keeping it real. They ain't got nothing on us, and I gotta say it that way because they come over here trying to be arrogant on us, brother. No, we can give you we can, what we can do for you, can go to one of them shops. One of our sisters probably can hook you up with some of the little, what do you call that? How you take the hair off the body? What you call that? The little it's in my mind. It's in my mind right now. Where you take all that hair off the body. It's hair right here, everywhere. See, we can help you with that part because guess what? Even those is not the full real Arabs. The wax, there you go, the wax. They have mixed with Amalek to get all that thing popping off on them like that. Yeah, that's what happened to them. The real Arabs look like brothers, but just because they look like brothers don't mean they us. There's pictures showing Arabs enslaving us, and still in North Africa, places like Sudan and all of that, all parts of North Africa, a lot of Arabs are still enslaving Negroes. And I seen it during the Arab Spring where they were cutting up brothers, talking about Allahu Akbar, all this garbage, while they was cutting our brother with a machete, hundreds upon hundreds of Arabs cheering. When I stayed there, let me tell you, when I stayed there, when I came outside, they had just hung a brother. Facts. Why would you join to be some underling to somebody who hates your people? So we going through it tonight to show you. You talking about the Bible as a white man's book. The Bible ain't no white man's book. It's telling on the white man and everything the white man was going to do. No other book is telling you what's going on right now. Let's talk about it. The tabernacles of Edom. Who is Edom? The white man. Huh? Yes, the red or white man. The Romans who's staying in the land of Israel right now. Because our forefathers couldn't listen. He kicked us out and said he will put a no people up for us in our land. A bastard shall dwell in our land, he said. Huh? It's time for you to come back. You cooler than having that beard all over the place like that, bruh. You cooler than not being shaped up. Get yourself together, King. You cooler than dyeing your damn beard orange, brother. You look like a damn orangutan. What the hell is going on? Why are you dyeing your beard orange, Ak, with henna? That's crazy to me. Don't you know you was born with style of Judah? What is going on with our people? And the Ishmaelites. That's the Arabs who you're following, who their religion was started by the Roman Catholic Church. See, if you was a so-called scholar, you wouldn't be joining Islam because you would have known all of these things already. You would have known that they raped your woman. You would have known that they raped your little boy. You talking about the white man. A lot of you join Islam because you're against the white man. Negro, the white man created Islam. What are you talking about? The Arabs raped your women, your little boys too. They like to look at little boys like they're little girls. Facts. Why you think they dance all around and shake their behind together? Now, when they want to accept Christ, we're going to dunk them in the water and treat them just like a brother. But if they come over here with this, talking about the Quran been here before the Bible and Arabic was started before Hebrew and all of that, we're gonna give them a good spiritual sword whipping. Because they can't duel with us. And what they like to do is get emotional and carnal because the scripture says that Ishmael is a wild man. Huh? Yeah. Hey, listen. What special kind of stupid is this guy? Hey, what you saying is not for me because guess what? Your words mean nothing to me. So if you thinking about getting me emotional, you can't get me emotional because grown men ain't getting emotional about what lies somebody spews about them. Because if what you say about me ain't true, I'm not worrying about it. You on here watching me. How stupid is that? Huh? How stupid is it for you to waste your time watching somebody who you think is stupid? Oh my goodness. Yeah, let me tell you, that Bible, see how that Bible is going through the airwaves? Demons is coming through. Oh no, you can't get a grown man emotional, baby. I got the fruits of the Spirit. I will give you a glass of water any day if you want it, and I will drown you with it. You see what I'm talking about? I will be kind enough to give you a glass of water and drown you with it. Listen. Let's go. Yeah, they're mad because we're coming together. They say, "Oh, why don't you guys come together? Why you kill each other?" Because when we come together, guess what? You don't want us to come together. So that's why you're stirring all of this stuff up. Liberals funneling money through ICE agents. Through Somalians, through other immigrants, because they don't want us to have the money. They will do anything for us to not have the money. Running up our tax dollars for all of these military things, so there's no money left, so we can just never have anything. But don't worry about it. We don't want your filthy country. It's spiritually filthy. And it's almost over. You are pushing fear because you are afraid, Esau. You are afraid, Ishmael. You are pushing fear. Like somebody gonna be scared of some ice. No, we just got smart and realized the devil can only touch who the Most High allows him to touch, or if we engage. So guess what? We're done engaging. We're gonna let our God fight with us, and we're gonna come together and fight spiritually. Because we can't fight against bullies who are coming with all types of artificial intelligence, all types of high technology, when our kids are not reading well at a certain level. But it's okay. We got our God. We got our God, and we're building. He's going to fight for us. But don't listen, nobody's afraid. Nobody's afraid at all. You're afraid. That's why you need these type of weapons. If you wasn't afraid, you'll be able to come heads up. You're afraid. You're a coward. So guess what? We're going to let you have your trashy kingdom. We're going to let you cry like crybabies, talking about anti-Shemites. You know how many Shemites it is? Guys, it's Persians who's Shemites. It's Syrians who's Shemites. It's us who's Shemites. White people are Shemites. You know how many Shemites it is for them to be the only one to claim anti-Shemite? All the rest of the nations who are Shemites should be able to say anti-Shemite. So anybody can say anything against the other Shemites except for the people who's living in Israel. The sons of perdition have been revealed. The crybabies who's crying out anti-Shemite when they're not the only Shemite. That's indirect bullying. That's what's going on. And those of our people who's taking money from them, like 50 Cent and all of them, yeah, bragging about he can beat the case because he go with a bunch of Jews to court. Guess what? Hey, brother, I love your talent. I love what you're doing and stuff like that. But let me tell you, they're going to have you on the platter next. I know you feel like you on top and everybody down, but guess what? Let me tell you, they're going to have you next. I know you don't like to talk about politics and stuff like that. I get it. I know you're a gorilla, but guess what? You ain't the only gorilla. But guess what? They know what gorillas like. Bananas. So let me tell you, I hope you ready for all the bananas they gonna fill you with. They gonna feed you till you throwing up, brother. So one day you're gonna have to come to the Most High. You win all of these social media bullying and all of this stuff like that, but brother, let me tell you, you got this LGBT stuff in your shows and all of that, brother. You need to come to the Most High because you know who the real Jews are, my brother. But that's neither here nor there. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites. of Moab and the Hagarenes. Moab, Ammon, and Moab, the children of Lot. All right? Staying over there in Palestine and stuff like that. Palestine is just a new name for Philistines. Don't forget that David was fighting against the Philistines. So you sometimes we get that confused and forget. We want to cry for Palestine. Listen, I don't want anybody to get hurt. I don't want any nation to get hurt, but they don't give a damn about us. So listen, I don't want the Palestinians to get hurt. But I notice a lot of white people always talking about why are they doing this over there to Palestine? Why are you white people not asking about what they're doing over here to us? Huh? White people are the only ones online, and I love that they're exposing things. I love it. That's one thing I will give them credit for. But it's almost like they're crying because they don't want to get off their comfy seats to go and clean up their own forefathers' mess. See, we're cleaning up our forefathers' mess right now. Well, we can only clean up who will listen. But guess what? It's in your nature to steal and kill. So the same way you got this country, if you have a problem with something, go do the same thing that your forefathers did to get this country. So if you don't like what's going on with ICE and all of these rules and regulations and laws, you do what your forefathers did to get this country. Or have you got soft too? You got soft, white people. You got all these guns and all of this stuff saved, but you don't want to get up out of your comfy seat. I love the truth that you're telling. I'm going to tell you man to man that I love the truth that you guys are telling because guess what? Sometimes it helps our work. But I'm going to tell you, you complaining and you pushing fear. Oh, my goodness, they're putting this in the food. Oh, my goodness, they're doing this and that. Guess what? That's your daddy. That's your daddy. That's your Hillary Clinton. Go do something about it. Huh? But no, you know who y'all want something to do something about it? You want us to do something. You want us to do something about it. While you sit back on your land that belong to our brothers and sisters. And guess what? We ain't even been tripping on that about you with it like that. We just have accepted prophecy because our forefathers have sinned and our God have given you all of these things because of our forefathers' sin. So we weren't even tripping on that. We was like, listen, just give us a little land, give us a little reparations. Listen, y'all just you just over talk us. You don't listen to us. That's why the Bible had to call us the hidden ones. See? That yeah. You have turned a coward, Esau. You didn't know your own Jewish brothers would throw you under the bus too. You didn't know all of these diseases, these vaccines. You didn't know all of these things would come to your children. You didn't know all of this sin would turn on your children because you turned on your brother too. Esau against Jacob. We still forgive you though. But we're going to tell you the truth. We ain't fighting your battle for this country. We don't want this country. We just here right now because we have to be. We don't have no other place to go. So we have to go through these prophecies and do it to the end. But our God is on our side. I hope God is on your side because you are denying what I'm talking about right now. You're not claiming who you know we are. I know a lot of y'all follow Candace Owens. I know a lot of y'all be talking and knowing who we are but won't fully come out to say it. You're just keeping it to yourself as long as you can until it's the end time. So you got to hope that Christ spare you. You're not coming out helping us and telling us anything. But guess what? We still not going to blame you. We still are not going to blame you. But we're going to keep it real with you. If you got an issue, stop pushing fear and go do something about it. You ain't have a problem as white settlers coming over here taking stuff from the Indians, from the tribe of Gad, from the tribe of Issachar, from the tribe of Naphtali, the Hawaiians. See? Oh, yeah. All of you all are written about in prophecy in Psalms 83. You don't want to talk about that. You want to talk about the good Lord and the great Jesus. We didn't have a problem with Jesus when he was white. Did we? We were still worshiping your white Jesus with the blue eyes. Had him on our wall and everything. Didn't have an issue about color. You made him about color. See? Yeah. Facts. Now that we saying, hold up. We fell for the banana in the tailpipe. So hold up. hold up. We fell asleep a little bit, but it does say that he have hair of wool. I know a sheep. I got sheep. When you touch this, that's afro. When I got the beard, it feel like wool. Hold up. Hair of wool, skin of burnt brass. Anything that's burnt is going to be burnt. And if it's brass and burnt, and if it's red eyes, we know what a black man looks like with a white afro when he gets older, and his blood vessels is red in his eyes. Whether he's sipping a little wine or he's angry. Don't look like anything else on earth but a black man. And don't nobody got style except for this Negro over here in America. The tribe of Judah, it talks about in Genesis 49. Tell me the tribe of Judah is living in Israel today. Are you kidding me? What do they do fresh? What do they do fresh? Please tell me which one of you brothers and sisters out there want to be like them over there. Obviously, we're so good, people want to pay us for being us, to influence the world and to monetize their pockets and make them money. Oh, yes, indeed. I might have been a little tired out there because I was pounding that ground and doing, but guess what? I will not go out without a fight. I'm gonna give it to you. Like the Most High said, I'm going to pay you back to your bosom. You going to smell my cologne, my essential oils. See what I'm talking about? It's going on right now because let me tell you something. Ever since 2020, I've been paying attention and in this ministry how the Most High takes souls out. You know how many people have called me about people passing? Yeah. I'm talking about in my body and your body and their body and friends and family. Yes, I'm talking about in my family. The Most High is taking souls right now. And I'm not saying because all souls are bad. But the time is up for some of these souls, whether they're good or bad. Just like in the time of Noah, he took souls out so they can rest and not have to go through this. And then you also got the evil souls going out. Right now is a period where it was a lot of souls' time to leave. It's been like that for the past few years. You haven't been seeing it clearly like that? So when one person's calling me, telling me, hey, I got a loss in the family, it's 5 to 6 other people telling me this in the same week. I'm telling you the truth, all at the same time. So a long time ago when I was a young man, I knew this day would come. So I had to prepare my heart and my mind for my own family, my own friends, my own people who I love, people around me in the body, whoever it may be, myself, whoever, that, hey, this thing is going to happen however the Most High wants it to happen. So got to take the emotion out so you can endure to the end. Because the emotion is going to be there anyway, because you love the people. But I can see it, and I know you see it. We need to stay focused and not engage in their stupidity, in their traps, in their snares that they're trying to put out there in Minnesota. Right now, it's like ICE is only in Minnesota right now, showing you that it's a big trap and how they're trying to get us riled up everywhere. They want us to get on the street and fight against ICE so they can have a reason to come against us. Let's read verse 7. Gabal and Ammon and Amalek. Amalek is just another tribe of the white people, or Esau. He's at the top of them. The people living in Israel today who own everything. The Philistines. The Palestinians. Oh, so you was worrying about the Palestinians. You don't know what really goes on with these fake groups they got called ISIS and all this stuff. Some people say it's Israeli secret intelligence service. I don't know what it means, but the Palestinians got a group too. And I've heard overseas that at the top that they're working together. Palestinians, and that's what I heard. and that the poor people at the bottom don't know what's really going on. This is just normal, good citizens in Israel and Palestine that don't know at the top these powers might be working together to destabilize and to keep confusion. Oh, yeah. See? Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. Assyria is also joined with them. Look at that. This is all the nations. The Shemites, the Hamites, the Japhites, everybody. So let me listen. Let me find a little let me go into these videos really quick. If there is a little profanity, please excuse it. But I have to show some of these things. Let me see, because I don't remember which one may have it, but I think I know which one. Fair use for educational purposes only. Now this says a black lawyer breaks down how can black Americans can be unlawfully deported. I'm gonna first tell you this. I don't care about can we be unlawfully deported. I don't care about it. I don't want to start taking the narrative of the fear they're pushing for us to be afraid of some damn ICE. No, let's not follow that narrative. Yes, we need to understand the laws. Yes, we need to adapt and understand to endure to the end. But most importantly, we are covered by the Most High. We need to stay out of the way, do what we need to do. But let's not fall for this narrative that they want us to fall. It's no different than watching a scary movie. When you watch these scary movies, they want you to fear these demons that they're portraying in these movies, so that you are afraid of the demons and they will have power over you. You have to be careful with that. You can still walk boldly, respectful, and like Christ said, agree with your adversaries. If he wants you to go through something to get tested, you're going to go through it because he wants you to go through it. But trust me, they're out there just picking up random people. And we can't see everything going on in all of these realms all the time. You see, when we prophesy and when we preach, like I was telling the Houston church this week, when we prophesy and we preach, we don't know that it's like an instrument that you're pressing. The wind carries it where it needs to carry it, to whatever ears. Not only that, right? Like Elijah said, open their eyes, they can see all the angels around us. Sometimes we speak, we don't know what's truly happening when we're speaking this gospel. Why do I say that? The end of the world did not happen until Israelites started to preach the gospel, especially those with the Holy Spirit, because those will be they who had power. A carnal man speaking, that has no power. That's just provocation to other people, telling people you're the Hebrews. No. The power of the Holy Spirit will bring down an empire. So if a person is speaking something, you can go outside and see trees, green, beautiful trees. When in all actuality, you don't know if in the other realm, with the realm wars, that what you have spoken, this place is on total fire and you can't even see it. So that's why you got to be real careful with having fear and letting it overtake your faith. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you, because the reason I know this to be true, when you read the book of Jasher, Abraham was going to sacrifice Isaac, so he thought. The devil was putting illusions before him. The devil will make water. He will make all these different things to try to shake Abraham's faith. I'm going to tell you right now. So sometimes you got to go through a whole tested mission. For example, I had to go through some things when I got back, and I had to be a straight G about it. Through death or through whatever, through imprisonment, whatever, with no fear. Yeah. Do you want to go through it? Of course you're uncomfortable and you don't want to go through it. Christ did not want to go through what he went through. You pray about it and you say, Father, if this is your will, I'm going to go through it. But if it's not your will, help me out. Help to take me out of it. and you'll know if it's him, because it will be the impossible. A lot of these situations, I didn't have no money to get out of it, so I know it was the Most High to show his glory and his power. That's why I'm telling y'all, when we out there preaching on the streets, we don't know if when we're preaching how Babylon is falling, what you see, you just see that. But when we took down Jericho, what did we do? We spoke the word. That's how powerful the word in this book is. It's not a carnal thing. It's spiritual too. Just like it says in 2nd Esdras, that Christ will destroy them without labor, because his word is like unto fire. His word is like unto fire because of the law, judging people. So when we're out there street preaching and we're doing it right like Christ, let me tell you, you might see green trees, you see things. Let me tell you, this whole place is turning into straight destruction. And you just seeing the carnal part, but there's realm wars on the other side. Like Elijah said, open their eyes so they can see. So when you're reading these scriptures and you're not really understanding everything, there's two things happening at the same time. The spirit is manifested in the flesh. On earth as it is in heaven. All right? So you got to see what's going on. Don't let nothing shake your faith. They always just trying to push fear like the Wizard of Oz behind the damn curtains. And you can just open the curtains and smack his behind up. That's what the devil is. Just open the curtains and smack his behind up. But he has power over the earth right now to test us. So we can talk it all, but we're going to have to go through these tests with patience, perseverance. So that's why any test I go through, even though it will frustrate the heck out of me, I just stay calm, because I know that's what Christ would do. So I'm not playing this so you can be worried about some ice. Do what you do on a regular basis. Stay righteous and do what Christ said. Agree with the adversaries. And you know you've been in a lot of situations where you just get through and you're like, ooh, that was close. But it's the Most High putting you through a faith test.
Judges can only protect the people who are named in the lawsuit or members of the certified class action lawsuit. Everyone else, they're vulnerable. Even if what Trump does is blatantly unconstitutional or illegal. So, can Trump deport Black American citizens lawfully? No. But that's not the question anymore, because he doesn't need to act lawfully if there are no judges that can stop him. In fact, Justice Jackson warned, she said in her dissent, quote, "The executive can now deny people rights that the founders plainly wrote into our Constitution, so long as those individuals have not found a lawyer." And Justice Sotomayor said, quote, "No right is safe in the new legal regime the court created. Executive order."
So I didn't play the whole thing in the beginning and all that, but I just wanted to show you that this is the talk now, because some people are starting to see that they're going to switch the narrative from the Somalians and the Africans and try to turn it on us. Now, excuse me, this is what I'm going to say. We have to stay out of trouble. Brothers out there, you have to stop gangbanging. You have to stop doing drugs. You have to stop dealing this way, because once again, you will be the people that the devil can lay his hands on, because you're not following the law, statutes, and commandments that your pastors didn't teach you. These things, okay, these things are very important. The commandments, walking in faith and walking in the spirit, is going to protect you. This is your covering. This is your armor. But anything else, unfortunately, we're going to see some of our people taken and dragged away. So we can look on camera and see people being taken. And once again, like I said earlier, you don't not seeing the spiritual side. You don't know what some of these people are doing in the dark. You don't know if some of these people are taking a jab. You don't know what. The Most High have allowed some of these people to go through some of this. If he allows the righteous to go through, they're not going through it for just any reason. They're going to go through it to give a glory and a testament to the Most High. But a normal person that's in the world, no, they just gone. So I'm saying sometimes we don't really know why everything is happening. We're just like, oh my goodness, they taking our people. But don't forget, the Most High had to protect his. He had to go and number the saints to mark them. Because people ain't listening. He said, for those that will hear. Don't forget. Don't forget, guys. Check this out. Fair use. Check this out. How our people in the other tribes need to come back to their God. Because they're still falling for the same stupidity. You calling us a Negro. So what? How is that hurting us? Oh, you black. Brother, God is black. That's a good thing. You nappy hair. That's good. That's a good thing. That's what Christ had. So when you think about it, don't you sound like a fool? Don't you know the Venezuelans is black and brown? So you really fell for a stupid, ignorant thing. It's really childish. You calling somebody what you are already. That's what they used to do to us in Egypt. Oh, you black. Negro, you black too. You blacker than me, matter of fact. So, now what? What's next? Right? And this is how you can tell they know. They only tell you where the tribes are. Into Nigeria? Into Sudan? Into this, into that? And not only in Africa, they know where the tribes are in other areas. They asked me, was I from other areas where Naphtali and stuff was? Obviously, because I got, tight eyes and stuff like that. They knew where all the tribes were. Tell me they don't know who we are. And they think they can joke on us. Let me tell you, you'll have the ugliest, uncomely person, no disrespect, ranking and joking on you in Egypt. You be sitting on the bus. Let me tell you, you know in your mind, man, they look too much like they daddy out there. Too much incest. And you be trying to follow Christ. You like, good Lord, she like Andre the Giant. She's ranking on you, though. And you know can't nobody rank like Jake. You be sitting there trying to mind your business, be a good Samaritan. They sitting there laughing and ranking on you, a bunch of ugly people. And you just sit there, you laughing in your mind like, oh, they seriously ranking on me? But then in your mind, you're like, you know what? I kind of got to have respect for them, though. At least they doing it in my face. But I never thought that ugly people in the country would rank on the children of Israel. You could be in America. You got women, staring you down, or men staring you down. You go to another country like them, they got a different mirror, guys. They got a foggy mirror out there. In their mirror, they're the ones that's beautiful, and you the ugly one. I've been to Alexandria. I lived in both. I lived in Cairo and Alexandria. Lord have mercy.
Niggas! That's what we're doing. That's what needs to get done. That's the U.S.
Black man went to support Venezuelans, fair use, and got called the N-word by the same people he went to support. That's us trying to go support the Palestinians. When you go to Palestine, they are going to call you nigga. When you go to Ethiopia, well, they're black like us, beautiful black people, they are going to call you nigga. When you go to China, they're going to tell you nigga. Straight up. When you go to Africa among your own, they are trying to extort you. They're trying to get money from you. They're trying to act like, oh, man, you're from America. Oh, hip-hop, hip-hop. You know Dr. Dre, brother. Listen, Dr. Dre came out with an album in the last 20 years. What are you talking about? I know why you over here trying to be cool with me. You're trying to extort me. I am going to be your only friend. And then you go to Egypt. I am your only friendess. Huh? Lord have mercy. They English is horrible. I want to go to the next street on the right. Neckest? No, I want to go to the next street on the right. Yeah, neckest. Neckest. I didn't say naked. No, neckest. That's how they be talking out there. Let me tell you. Check it out. Check it out. Hey, man, you asking me if I've been on cruise ships around the Mediterranean. I can't be answering them kind of questions, to be honest. I'm really teaching a lesson. You sitting here trying to have a whole conversation. But I get it. Yes, I've been around the Mediterranean. Yes, definitely. I've been to other islands and all that, where Paul was, okay? I've been to a few islands where Paul was, actually. So, anyway, it says a black man went to support Judah. When I say Judah, I'm talking about the black Americans in America. Leave them alone. You see what type of energy you getting. We got to stop this. It's time. And I think if we don't stop it, they're not going to get it. No more fighting for other people, guys. Leave it alone. Fight for yourselves. Come back to your God, be in one mind in Christ. Leave them alone. If they want to get baptized, if they want to come to Christ, okay, we're going to baptize them. But what I'm saying is it's almost like we're being desperate. It's like we're begging for somebody's friendship who don't give a damn or like us. No. Black Americans who are Judah in the Bible, stop trying to go out there fight for people who already don't care about you. You look foolish. Stop going to these Islam countries being an underling with an Arab with his hand on your shoulder. No. Sisters. Oh, no. I'm going to leave the sisters alone. I'm going to just say, man, when we went to Egypt and sisters got with Arabs, it was really embarrassing. Nothing against you, Arab, if you're in Christ, but I'm going to tell you right now, as much as your people have done to my people, it was really a low blow. We know what Arabs do. So for us, it's just like, Father, have mercy. Can we please love our own? A black man went to support Venezuelans and got called the N-word by the same people. He like, Negro, we don't give a damn that you here. Get out of here. And the Venezuelans are our people. Huh? I think they from the tribe of Asher. Huh? Lord have mercy.
Out of Venezuela. Nigga.
Ooh. Some people can't stand our people, man. I'm gonna tell you, it's funny to me. The N-word, it don't mean nothing to me. I know what it means. But I'm just looking at the hate in some people who just hate us and don't even know why they hate us. Listen, that's because we come over there. You can be fat. You can be out of shape. As long as you got you a nice dress shirt on with some cologne and some shades, you could be Big Papa and come over there. You stealing all the women. Listen, you don't got to have no money. All of a sudden, she trying to give you money from him. That's why they hate us. Because it's that king blood. Listen, brother, we on the same side. You should be more happier than the Negro because you got the nice little hair that's going back. You can put it in a nice ponytail real easy. What's the way? Listen, why you let me come over here with a Southside fade with gold teeth and I'm doing better than you and I ain't got nothing in your own country? Don't be mad at me because I was blessed with coolness. Nigga. Yeah, that's because your girlfriend left for a nigga. Huh? You looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger, his name mean Arnold Black. Swartz and swarthy means black and nigger means black. Arnold Black. And he was calling people nigger. Brother, your name means black. I don't get people sometimes. Judah, man, let's just fall back, Judah. Let's go chill. Let's go play a little pool. Let's just stay in our own zone. They gonna get even more angry. They said we couldn't come together. When we come together, they still got an issue. Lord have mercy. They're going to switch it from Minnesota. They're going to go to Chicago next. They got to go to California next because we don't want to party with them. We don't want to party with them. They mad. We don't want to protest and party with them no more, huh? We don't want to be Democrat no more. We don't want to be Republican no more. They mad. We don't want to do Christmas no more. We don't want to do Valentine's Day and go broke no more because a girl going to leave you anyway when you buy the gifts. And then, you know, talking about she going to take your money and go to another Negro. They mad because we didn't learn the game that they've been playing on us. You sign the deals with the record labels, and unless you want to be a lap dancer, you ain't really getting no real money. We learned everything, all the tricks, so we say, you know, we're going to go back to the old basic life. We're going to grow our own food. We're going to start slaughtering our own stuff. We're going to go in the backyard with the barbecues again. We're going to go start doing a Harlem Shuffle again, and we're going to forget about y'all. That's what we got to go back to the old times again. Raising our own children. They may not going to be the smartest according to the world, but guess what? They know how to live and survive off the land. That's what we're going back to. And they mad about it. They can see it coming. They can see it coming. We realize, you know what? We don't even need all this crap. I mean, it look good, but, you know, I got these 26-inch rims. I got to look outside to see if somebody looking at me to see if they look. It's all vanity. We don't need it no more. And guess what? They're going to have a problem with that. They're going to be flying their little AI drones over. People going to be doing a Harlem Shuffle. They're going to be doing the Cupid Shuffle. They're going to be doing all of this stuff, not worrying about what's going on in Minnesota, not worrying about what's going on in Chicago and New York. Huh? we want to hear from the blacks. The blacks are not saying nothing. You're damn right. We're not saying nothing. Huh? Get with your white people and y'all solve y'all issues because y'all came over here and messed this crap up anyway. How about that? You get with your Somalian people, huh? And let me tell you right now, Somalians are not Negroes. Huh? Somalians are not Negroes. Ethiopians are not Negroes. Huh? Negroes are Israelites. Huh? Egyptians are not Negroes. Huh? They might be black, but they ain't black. Huh? You ain't a brother. Now, you can be a brother in Christ, but you ain't a brother. And you know what I mean by brothers. Brothers in the 60s and 70s coming through with the afro and lay some skin on me, cat daddy. You listen, when they even try to move that hand like that, that thing start, it be moving to this. It don't even move right. See? They are not us. Stop confusing it with us. They are not like us. They feed each other meat in Ethiopia. Men feed each other meat, raw meat in Ethiopia, like some, you know what. If you think I'm lying, go on YouTube and type in Ethiopia men feeding each other meat. Egyptian men sitting on each other's lap and twerking, dancing, and shimmying on each other. East Indian man rolling on each other in their defense academies. Oh, yeah, we can go there. All of these things we learn from you all. We don't want our men doing this no more. We don't want our sons doing this stuff no more. Y'all can go on back where y'all are with all of that stuff. This Greek fraternity garbage, where men is hugging each other and all warm up on each other. Oh no, brothers, we need to fall back. The Greek sororities, the Omega, Kappa, Psi, whatever. It's all fruity pebbles. You ain't Greek, Negro. You's an Israelite. You's a wannabe Greek from Alexander the Freak.
Africana. Country, you are not from the country. Don't be stupid.
Look at that. When we go and fight for other people because we just got so much love for everybody and they don't got no love for us, look how they treat us. It's time to stop being simps.
You are not from my country. Nigger.
Whoa. Good Lord. I know y'all don't want to go out there. Let me tell you, he mess around and come back with bumps and bruises just for trying to go help them. They like, listen. They like, we don't want to hear nothing you talking about. Woo! And that's cold-blooded right there. That's cold-blooded. Letting y'all know, don't ever visit Venezuela. Man. Woo. Check this out. Let me see. 1 second. Let me see if I can get this video. I think my wife edited it for me with the profanity. The brother was just very he was very passionate about what he was saying here. Let me see. One second. Hopefully we can make it through this video because the brother was really going in. Let's see. Fair use for educational purposes only.
Police chief of Philadelphia said that ICE is a made-up agency. It's made-up police officers, not real, is what she was saying, basically. And her little pony. Who do y'all think she was directing that information to? They think black people dumb. They want black people to get involved and get upset about this ICE. So let me educate y'all something, right? ICE is under the Homeland Department. ICE has been around since 9/11. After 9/11, they made ICE. ICE is not fake. That mayor of Philly talking about ICE is not fake. ICE is real federal agents. Black people, do not attempt to do what that white did because you'd have been got shot. You know like I know. When the police tell you to get the f out the car, you get the f out the car. Unless you some uppity black person and you some white liberal, I guess, I don't know. But when you black and you from the hood and the police get surround your car and they tell you to get the f out, what do you normally do? You get the f out.
Well, he had more to the video. But I'm not going to go into the rest of it. I think she just got to edit that part. But basically what he was saying was, you know, they're going to transition from the Somalians to black people. So stay home away from these places, wherever you are and wherever they try to do these type of parades and protests, okay? Yeah, listen, this one Venezuelan is not going to make it bad for the rest. But what I'm saying for Judah is we're not going out there with these worldly, carnal crowds of people. I know there's nice Venezuelans. I've met them. So what I'm saying is, just because there's a few good ones and nice ones and ones that want to follow Christ, that don't mean the rest wants to. So don't fall in their crowd and then get yourself hurt, because you get stabbed up and you'll get all type of stuff. And I'm not telling you for fear. I'm just telling you to be smart. Christ is coming back for a remnant. So we can't just go out there and try to fight for the whole nation and just think it's going to work like that. No, he's coming back for those who have ears to hear. Right? Yep. Unfortunately. That's the way it is, guys. It's just the way it is, man. Check this out. Check this one out, y'all, real quick. I ain't going to stay on too much longer. I know I went in already, but I ain't going to stay on too much longer. I got to give me a little rest for tomorrow. Check this out. Listen. Now, this is why I'm just not buying the ICE thing. I've been around immigration offices, and guess what? ICE is around. They're arresting people, like I said, but I see more Hispanics than anything. Like, I really have only seen Hispanics for me, and I've probably seen an African brother. So really the children of Israel, like the scripture says. But they have a African immigrant taking away immigrants. Y'all see this? This is crazy. Check this out.
Hey, you touch me? I didn't touch you. You touch me? I didn't touch you. You touch me? It's all on camera. You touch me? It's all.
Listen to the accent. There's an African who is an immigrant working for ICE, taking out immigrants? What a clown show. What a hypocrisy clown show. Hypocritical clown show. I mean, this dude look like he looked like straight Benjamin with them eyes.
All on camera. It's all on camera.
You touch me.
It's all on camera.
You're making contact.
It's all.
You touched
I
me,
didn't
right?
touch nobody.
Yes, you did.
I'm over there recording everything.
Sir, you sure did.
I'm recording.
No, easy.
I'm recording.
You touch me?
I'm recording.
It's okay. I'll put you on ground right now.
Put me on the ground.
I don't know. That might sound like Levi.
Go back to work. Yeah.
Cut it and show to her.
I will.
Cut the video and show to her.
I will.
Cut it and
I
show to
will.
her.
Yeah, that's Levi. That's Levi.
Cut the video
will.
and show to her.
I will.
Cut it and show to her. You see how you do to me?
Go to work. Good boy.
As a law enforcement, tell them how to behave with the law enforcement. I didn't touch
I'm
you.
recording
You touch me.
him.
Is that okay? If
I'm
I touch
recording
you,
him.
is that okay?
I didn't see that.
Okay,
I saw
you
you
have
Going on in
ran.
America. What is going on in America? The hypocrisy. Our people are catching on to this. Our people are catching on to this. Listen, I got to show y'all this one. Let me see if I can find this one. Lord have mercy. Let me, 1 second. Check this one out here. Lord have mercy, y'all. Check this one out. Father have mercy. Edom, you know Edom got to use this. Edom always uses sexual profanity when they speak. Lord, Edom be crazy. Check this out. Fair use for educational purposes only. They caught this their own. Now this is the Edom I like right here. This the Edom I like right here. Who ain't about that talk? While the other Edom is on there, yeah, they're putting this in the food. They're putting red dye 30, and they're putting blue 40, and they're putting, they're doing all of this. Oh my goodness, have you seen the chemtrails? Get your behind off of this social media and go do something about it. Always pushing fear. You sound scary as hell. That's your daddy doing that. That's your great-great-great-great-grandpa doing that. Go holler at him. Now you mad because he ain't just killing our babies. It's coming to your babies too now. You don't want to admit that we the real children of Israel, so we don't want to help you either. We'll pray for you. Get out of here with all that. You just don't want to get out your comfy seat. You'll say something for the Palestinians, but you won't say nothing for the niggas. You won't say nothing for us. But we God's chosen.
Suspicious things that happened yesterday in Minnesota, in my opinion, is this guy. The guy who burned the American flag in front of everyone. Now, after he did this, he immediately left like it was nobody's business. Now, why would someone burn up a flag, rile them up, make them protest, and just sneak away? A girl followed him, recorded him, asked him a bunch of questions, and just check this out.
You wouldn't have ran off. That's weird.
Yeah, this the Esau I like right here. Yeah, come on, Esau. Put it on him.
Because we need people to see that that's happening. Well, why would you run off? Why would you run off? That's weird to burn a flag.
This is my kind of white people right here. They gonna check their own. While these other people want to make fear posts. And they probably on Israel payroll.
And run off. That doesn't make sense. That's not a protest.
Why are you not back there at the protest where we got everybody riled up? You came here to do what? You a boogaloo boy? An accelerationist? What are you doing here?
Usually these people are proud to protest and tell them where they're from.
Where you from? Why are you here?
Yeah, we know. We remember George Floyd, so we know you guys are around.
Look, she say, we remember George Floyd. We know you crisis actors are around. So listen, Edom is nosy. So they gonna be everywhere. They are represented as the eagle. They gonna see everything. They was meant to have the little eagle nose, because guess what? They gonna be seeing everything. Their eyes is over everything. Sharp. Huh? They like, brother, where you coming from? Where you going? And I love it. Because they checking. I like when you check your own. You keep it at home. See how we checking our own? I need Edomites and white people to check your own people. Stop trying to tell us to come in the streets. We don't want to be in the streets because it's too much craziness. We peaceful people. See?
Hey, fuck your flag burning, dude. That was fucked up.
Yeah.
Esau is crazy. Let me tell you, I knew somebody's gonna come through that for their patriotism. Yo.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know where the fuck he is. He doesn't even know where his fucking car is. What?
Why are you hiding your face, huh? Why you got your glasses on? You think you're some covert fucking like ninja or something, bro? Cosplaying out here?
Yeah, we need to know who the hell this guy is. One of the
So listen, in one of the videos, somebody who ended up burning the flag, they ended up putting their hands on him. In one of the videos, they ended up putting their hands on somebody who burnt that flag. So somebody tried that again, and it didn't go so well. Huh? Yeah. But it's a lot of brothers and sisters out here now. Some of these men, you don't know whether they're LGBT or not. They, no disrespect, but I'm not trying to say I'm the hardest man, but I do know brothers is waking up. I pray this brother's not LGBT or nothing like that, but I don't be knowing no more. Fair use educational purposes only. And sis got too much going on. Good father of mine.
The Ethiopians and the Somalians did not fuck with black people at all.
Fair use.
When I tell you, speaking of this, and this is what pisses me off more than anything. So my friend, he works at a shipping yard, and he's been there, I think, for around 13, 14 years. Good rapport. Wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning. Bless his heart, because I'm not doing that shit. Wakes up at 3 a.m. in the morning. Got good rapport with his white managers and white bosses and stuff. You want to know who tells on him and all the black people? The Ethiopians and Somalians.
Look at that. Who tells on the brother? Ethiopians and Somalians. I remember when I was in high school working with an Ethiopian. He was a nice man, but sometimes he had these little ways you could tell, like, hold up, is this brother racist? Ain't we both black? And that's when I didn't really understand everything, but he would have this little way about himself, and I ain't gonna lie, the Judah in me had to check him a little bit. I'm like, listen, I know you're an elder, brother, but, and when Judah checks them, like how we check them, you can see the different coward side come back in him. Like, yeah, brother, stay in your place, because you in my place. See what I'm talking about? You in my place. But every now and then, I had to put him back in his place and let him know where he at. You see what I'm talking about? Yeah, they listen. You can go to Africa. They bring Japheth over there. Japheth beating the crap out of the Africans over there. And these women talking about, yeah, I need me an African man. Man, listen, African getting their behind whipped by Arabs and Chinese right now. He ain't coming over here fighting nothing. He gonna do exactly what the white man say. Trust me when I say that. Huh? That's why he come around here, walk around in them slippers. He's like, I ain't put no lotion on. I'm gonna walk around in them slippers. You see what I'm talking about? And I have my the little hat they be wearing on. They gonna come around here. They got their little African garments on with their little slippers, because he like, they ain't finna get into no action. They coming over here to make money and do whatever the white man say. That's the truth about it.
He says not only did they tell on him, he said it got so bad that that black people that were working there and some Mexicans, they just up and quit and left, or they got fired. Guess who comes in? Somalian family members. My slogan this whole entire this year and next year, ICE ain't moving fast enough. Trump, you not moving fast enough. Get they asses up out of here.
I don't know, Ak. You listen. I don't know, Ak. Listen, this demeanor is it need to be a little meaner. This demeanor, it needs to be a little meaner. I get what you're saying, but you had me on the first part. But let me tell you right now, you're not understanding that Trump is going to send them and transition them to come at us. That's what you're not understanding, brother. That's the part you need to understand. I don't know how long I can watch this cat no more, with all due respect to you, my brother, but I'm just saying, I'm hearing a little bit, these S's is coming out, you know.
Time for unity has ended. ICE ain't moving fast enough. Y'all start seeing these motherfuckers getting dragged up out of here, walk on by. Just like Dionne Warwick says, move on.
Now, I get what he's saying on that. So what we have to, what I wanted to show was our people are waking up to the fact that, hold up, we're not like them. They're not like us. We're not the same exact people. Now, what our people need to understand is that they're using the Somalis to transition them to us. No different than Elder Rawchaa used to say that they will start with the Muslims and then try to come to other so-called religions and, you understand, ideologies. Okay, but our people are starting to wake up. As you see these different videos, these are different people who don't know each other. Our people are starting to realize, like, hold up. They tried to do us with the Mexicans, with the tribe of Issachar. Issachar kept saying, if you don't come out, listen, if we don't come out, what? You wasn't out there when we was going through it since we started this. You let the white man kick your behind and ain't done nothing about it since. We don't want to hear that. We the only people who in civil rights was fighting back. Facts. So we don't need to hear that because we actually fought back. Huh? Yeah. The French, let me tell you, the French war, Haiti whipped they behind. Levi. So we fought back. All of their wars. We are why Esau was winning all them wars. All through history. Because they were hiring us. Well, even the way my brother's sitting here, I'm going to go ahead and let him be. You feel me? Because I like what he's saying a little bit, but I can't entertain certain things. You feel me? So listen, it's a little too, the looks and all, I don't know. Something ain't right, man. Something just not right for me sitting there. So I'm going to let that be. We almost done here. I don't believe all of these videos. I believe that some of these things are crisis actors in Minnesota. It's just too convenient. And it is setting up the trap for us to get into emotion, and we are not falling for it anymore. So what they're going to do, like they did in Egypt, is tighten the reins up, take the jobs away, and we're going to have to depend on our God and each other. This is where it's going to, that we've been telling you all for many years. This is where it's going to.
You're a U.S. citizen. Get the fuck out of here, Ace.
Why are you kidnapping our citizens? Why are you? Why?
Where's your phone number?
Oh my God. At least let him give us information about his family. At least his family.
Oh, they're straightening.
What's your name? What's your name?
Christian.
What's your name?
Christian.
Where the fuck is the paperwork? How is this okay? You don't answer the fucking question. Why are you guys not answering the fucking question?
Yeah, record that shit. Something I can Garcia. I'm literally a U.S. citizen.
So this is the thing. Personally, I don't know whether this is true or not true. If it's true, I feel bad. But I can't buy everything in the place of Minnesota because I know that some of these grocery stores and stuff can be totally shut down. They can actually use this as a whole scene. I just necessarily can't buy it. But I do know that they are pushing fear towards Hispanics and black people. They want us to be afraid of them. Do not be afraid of them. Only fear your God. Stay out the way. Do what you need to do. This too shall come to pass. Yes, they will try to tighten up. Yes, the walls will close in. But as long as we have our God and each other, we will be just fine. You don't have to worry about none of this. Trust me what I'm saying. Trust me when like I said. Also, like I said, we are marked by the Most High and protected. You must do what the Most High says. You must do what you need to do financially. You must set your situation up to endure to the end. Okay? Food, shelter, and raiment is what's going to matter in this time, not how flashy you are. If you have the extra, all praises. But if you don't, have your priorities in order is what I'm saying, all right? Yes, Minnesota is a testing ground. It definitely is. You said it right. So it's a testing ground for what they're going to be doing down the line. This is like they're using the immigrants thing like that Jade Helm thing. Remember the Jade Helm thing they were trying to do before? This is basically what this is, another operation. Okay? So, one moment. I'm going to show this last one here, and then we're going to get ready to get up out of here. Fair use. I got to get me some rest.
We're trying to get status. Got a Honduran here. We're trying to get status. That's fine. What's his name? 1, 2. I'm going to break it. Open the door.
Now you have to see also how the camera is always very convenient at most of these stops, as if they want to be seen. The camera is very convenient as if they want to be seen. Anybody who wants to be seen, when they know the world hates them right now, you have to question. You have to question it. It doesn't make sense. They don't want to be seen so they can do their job. Most people who do their job don't want cameras all over them. And I doubt that they would be proud just taking people out. It's because these guys have no emotion, no remorse. Think about it. I don't think they would want to be on camera.
Open it. Last warning.
Like a whole acting scene.
Hey, go one way or the other. Don't go back.
Anybody who's in the police force, anybody who's in the military, I'm sure you guys know that something seems a little fishy here. Who's on the camera and how does TMZ have it? And they're not telling the person with the camera to move away? I'm just totally confused because they're telling everybody else get out the way. So they need these videos to fuel emotion. They need these videos to fuel emotion. So whatever they're paying this guy on the ground, whatever check they're paying this guy, somebody's Jewish nephew somewhere, listen, he like, I'm going home and gonna get paid. Hoping that every video he make, they can arrest 5 Negroes. We ain't buying it no more, as you see. Right? Now I had another one, but I did not see that one. 1 second. Not that one. Yeah, this was him too. Yeah. I pray. Yeah, let me see. Fair use, educational purposes only.
be going out there and putting yourself in harm's way for these illegals. Do not be going out there and doing these ICE protests and standing up for these illegals. These illegals do not care about you. They come to your schools and overwhelm them. They come to your communities and overwhelm them. They take over benefits that you fought for and are leaving less on the plate for you. Do not go to these ICE protests and fight for these illegals, because I will tell you this, these white liberals that are in charge of all these ICE protests and all that stuff, they would love nothing more than to see a dead black person come out.
These white liberals, you hear that?
Of one of these protests, I am telling you, they would love to see a black person go out there and get killed so that they can get BLM involved and they can get emotional blacks to think that this is, you know, some fight that we need to be involved in. And let me tell you something, black people, we don't. This is not our fight. Don't go put yourself in harm's way for these illegals. Don't go out there and be foot soldiers for.
Y'all something else. They say another one with the S's. Y'all leave my mans alone. I pray to the Father that he just is well educated and he's just articulating. So I'm gonna let him be. I'm not gonna assume, but I understand what you're saying. Oh man, right? Come on now, let me.
These white liberals, do not be a dead black body that these white liberals want for this movement. Do not put yourself in harm's way for these illegals and these white liberals. Black people, mind your black business. Black people, I beg of you, don't be going out there and putting yourself in harm's way for these illegals. Do not be going.
All right. So I'm just saying, I'm not trying to look at all that, but what I'm saying is our people. Only reason I hope their brother is not because, you know, the liberals is the same one pushing that, you know, that movement there. So hopefully that's not the case. But listen, there's neither here nor there. Our people are waking up to what's actually going on out there. All praises be to the Most High, huh? So here's a few scriptures you can go to for that, because I can't go through all of them tonight. All right. Let me see. You got Deuteronomy 25:17 when Amalek, right, attacked us, the old people and the weak, by the way. This is what he's trying to do. Trying to pick on the weak. Deuteronomy 25:17. So the Most High said in Deuteronomy 25:19 to blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under the heavens and not forget it. Okay, in Exodus 17:14, he said, I will utterly put the remembrance of Amalek from under the heavens. So let me tell you, we don't care what the Zionists can do. We don't care. Let them, you know, let them claim the anti-Shemite stuff. We understand who else is Shemite. Listen, we understand we just have to get through this maze and get through this phase, and then we gonna see the Ancient of Days. Right? So, let me see real quick. I do got to get 2nd Ezra 15:28, though. I do got to get that one. Let's see. Second Ezra 15:28. Let me see. I thought I was in the Apocrypha. Where is 2nd Ezra's in here? I guess it ain't in this one. All right. I'll get it right here. 1 second. I'm glad I was able to come on tonight, man, because I was so tired. I ain't going to lie to y'all. But I needed to come on, man. But I got to give me a little rest here in a second. Oh, thanks for the support. I just saw that. We appreciate all y'all support that you guys have been giving the church. Sorry, I was not paying attention to the screen, but I just seen Elder Rawchaa say that there. We really appreciate you guys. Trust me, everything helps us, man, honestly. One moment here. Let me see. 15 to 28. All right. Behold, in horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, where many nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as a wind upon the earth. That all they that which hear them may fear. That's not what I want. 1 second. One second. Is that? I'm trying to see exactly what I wanted before I go here. No, that's not the right scripture. I must have 1 second. One moment. It's 2nd Ezra 16 and 71. Maybe I had that wrong. There we go. 16 and 71. I guess I'm getting sleepy. Here we go. All right. 2nd Ezra 16 and 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Specifically, these ICE agents are specifically coming after the children of Israel. So they're coming after Issachar right now because, all right, the main representation in America of the children of Israel is Judah, Issachar, and Gad. This is like the main representation. Okay, obviously you have Ephraim and all of these people, but the main representation is Judah, Issachar, and Gad. So right now they are dealing with Issachar, right, and Hispanics, so-called Hispanics, which are the children of Israel, and they will eventually come from us. So the scriptures are saying exactly what they're saying here now and in the times to come, that whatever agendas they're pushing through their policy, they will always use them to come after us. Basically, that's what it's saying here. They shall be like madmen, sparing none. Doesn't this remind you of ICE? They're not sparing anybody, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen. Why? Because they're specifically targeting us. You're going to know now that, hey, they're not coming for the Somalians. Hey, the liberals or the Democrats are using these Gentiles to funnel money. They're coming over here and they're fine. They're not giving us nothing. It's pretty obvious at this point who's the chosen. It's pretty obvious. That's why I went to Psalms 83 first. So the scriptures is letting us know, listen, then it's going to be known who's my chosen, because we always seem to end up as a target. They're in Minnesota to rile up black people. How do we know? They had George Floyd there. They're trying to use the same tactics because black people were there. But now black people are like, we're tired. This ain't working out. It didn't do nothing for us last time. What's the point? Okay. For they shall waste away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. Okay. Hear, O ye my beloved, said the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for your God is your God. So listen, when they try to push fear, he's saying, when they're trying to push fear, don't doubt. Don't lose your faith. and the guide of them, like I said earlier, who keep my commandments and precepts. If you're being taken by ICE a lot of times, are you committing crime? What are you doing? Are you getting yourself caught up into crime and things illegal? Because the devil will be able to lay hands on you now. The only time they're going to lay hands on you for the righteous is if you need to go as gold being tried as fire through a test for the Most High. But if you just open yourself up for Satan and his minions, yeah, of course you could be taken. He's telling you right here. And the guide of them, like, listen, I'm not just guiding anybody. He's like, listen, I'm not just guiding anybody, but those who are marked. The guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord God. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquity lift yourselves up. Don't be following Negroes to D.C. trying to get some reparations, and then cry later talking about ICE came and pick you up. Because they'll realize, you know what, Negro? You say you a Moor, you ain't even from here, huh? You ain't even from here. We gonna get you up out of here, huh? These is more Israelites. Woe be unto them that are bound with their sins. You tell me, Elder don't know what I'm talking about here. This is the Holy Spirit revealing this to you. That if you go out there in these protests, not just this ICE protest now, these things are going to keep going on. They'll call it a different name, but they're going to be using immigrants and policy this whole time. Okay? He's going to protect those who are not sinning, committing crime. Our people are not listening, so it's time for the Most High to bring judgment upon them, using these situations and allowing it. Woe, destruction be unto them that are bound with their sins and covered with their iniquities, like as a field covered with bushes. So when we see our people going through it, we're feeling sorry for them and going through it. But how many times have we've been preaching the truth all over the earth and none of them want to listen? How many times have they gotten arrested and gotten in trouble and judged by the Most High and still committing the same thing? See what I'm saying? Not knowing they're just falling into a trap, and the path thereof covered with thorns that no man may travel through. It is left undressed and is cast into the fire to be consumed therewith. This is a time of judgment, people. We need to stay out of the way of judgment. The Most High is allowing it. He's going to keep his chosen. He's going to guide his chosen. But the sinners will get touched. The sinners will get touched. All right? So that's where we are today. I'll show you the little videos really quick. I'll show you the little video really quick. You know. Also, for those who watch Lions Kids, we are starting to separate the page from learning with Lions Kids, because Lions Kids is a big collage of a lot of things that my children made. You got learning with Lions Kids now. They're transitioning to different pages. Learning with Lions Kids. You have the Bible stories. If you pay attention to their channel, you're going to see all the new announcements. They have the Bible stories that will be specifically the Bible stories. You'll have Learning with Lions Kids. You'll have all the separate pages. So you have to stay tuned with the announcements, or you're not going to see the new Bible stories. You're not going to see the new learning things. So because as they're getting better and better and better, they're starting to branch out a lot of these different things. So I just want to put that out there, all right? My children do have a channel called Lions Kids, but they are separating it into categories now, all right? So not just playlist, like actual different channels. Learning with Lions Kids Bible stories. It'll be the cooking, whatever they're doing. You know what I mean? They're the ones making all of these things. Elder don't that's what they do. That's their little thing. So let me really quick before I get off of here, because I know it, man. It's late. I'm ready to go to bed. Let me go. It's just a little short here. It's just a little short. Let me see if I can find it. All right. Oh boy, I'm tired. You know. All right.
Hey guys, you're back on Lions Homestead. We have a whole long story about how this happened. Yeah, interesting story. But yet and still, we found out at the tail end that our heifer had bloat. We thought that the horse tried to handicap her, but that wasn't the case. So obviously we had to doctor her up with, putting a needle in her. I just didn't want to show that on here. Degassing her, rubbing her stomach, obviously giving her baking soda, some nice coconut oil and some warm water. And then after about 30 minutes to an hour of just focusing on her, just trying to make sure she's okay, flipped her over. And thank the Lord, we end up saving her life. And guess what? You could tell she was back at it because she's a little feisty. You understand? But I was grateful because I didn't know what the outcome of her was going to be. You know what I mean? And I was grateful that she wasn't handicapped. So, yeah, it was definitely a blessing. I'll say that.
She probably like, you the one that put that thing in my throat.
Well, her running around should help her.
As you see, guys, she's up running around, safe, energetic, and all that running around is going to help the rest of that gas come out.
So what happens with your animals, sometimes they can get bloat and then they can fall over and not be able to walk. And I've actually lost a goat or two from this before. So with a cow, I was even more like, man, I didn't want to lose a cow. A cow costs money. So yeah, we end up, being able to stick it above the flank and let the gas come out above the left flank, and I just didn't show it on camera. Some people do show it on camera, but it's a little gruesome. Sometimes blood is coming out and air is coming out. And when I say handicap, the horse sometimes bites the back of the neck of a cow, and it can totally just break the neck and handicap it. Yeah, bloat as in bloating. Yes, bloat as in bloating. They can get hay belly, eating too much hay or grass. It can happen from a different ways. It can happen from stress, anxiety. Yes, that's me in the video, definitely. It's on you.
Whoa! Whoa!
So she tried to charge my wife. That's how you knew she was back in shape. I mean, she was good, boy. I tell my wife, I'm like, look, you go get your behind. Listen, hey, she don't know my wife like that. She know me. But that's how she was since she was small. I actually had to wrestle this little heifer when I first got her. I had to wrestle her to bring her to the other side with the herd. But she is strong. I'm talking about these cows are already 150 to 250 pounds, period. And that's minimum. She is heavy. It took me and another man to pick her up and put her on a pallet. You talking about straight heavy. She may look small, but trust me, I'm a strong dude. And she was nowhere near light. And if she charge you, she can hurt you and break something. Facts.
She probably like, you the one that put that thing in my throat.
Well, her running around should help her.
As you see, guys, she's up running around, safe, energetic, and all that running around is going to help the rest of that gas come out.
If you get charged, it's on you.
Whoa! Whoa! Did you get that on video? I did. She thinks she bad now?
Yeah, y'all go ahead and get out. Go ahead, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to keep her down here.
Keep an eye on her.
She's going to be fine when we start giving her feed. She knows y'all are a little afraid of her.
Then she got the nerve to try to charge me. Lord have mercy. She know I wrestled her down when I first got her to bring her to the other side. Now, mind you, these animals are already 150, 200 pounds at babies. Okay, so you have to be careful with them.
You want to. I just saved your life. Go. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I tell you what, man. I tell you what, boy. I tell you what. You can't make this stuff up, man. You cannot make this stuff up. So yeah, we getting ready to get back out here, man. Get back out of here. What am I looking for? I am looking for... One moment, y'all. One moment. I think this... Yeah, this is the last thing I want to show from somebody else in our church. From somebody else in our church in Georgia on their homestead. Just to show you, while all these things are going on in the world, these are things we're learning and practicing and living. And where things are going. It's time for us to learn how to do things. I mean, Pfizer got GMO rented, making all the cheese in the world, and it's like, okay, now it's time for us to learn how to really get away from all of these things and just get practice while we have time. While the world is going crazy, we need to be practicing the righteous acts on a real level instead of talking about it. I don't like talking about it. I like being about it. So let's do it. Let's continue to do it. Yes, it's going to be hard. It ain't going to be easy. Yes, it's going to be struggle. It ain't going to be easy, but it's time to do it. See what I'm saying? This is Brother Mike out there in Georgia with his wife Tabitha on their homestead, having these baby lambs. Same thing we used to do in the land of Israel. It's time to get back familiar.
Blessings, everyone. Welcome back to the Humble Servant Homestead. And as you all can see, we are out here tonight here. It's actually right at around 9 o'clock. We've been keeping an eye on this young lady right here. Just, on her activity and how she's doing, because we could have told today right at about 4 o'clock that she was getting ready to go in labor. And as y'all can see, she is right here, just laying right now, kind of breathing a little bit hard. Actually, we are getting ready to make the decision to go ahead and get our hands washed up and clean and come on in and help her pretty much to, pull those babies on out, guys. Because one of the thing is, what we don't want to do, we don't want to lose the mom and we don't want to lose the babies. Okay, so we're actually going to get on in here and pull the babies on out, so that way we can make sure that this lady right here can make it. And like I said, the baby's making it as well. Okay, so hey, y'all stay tuned. We will keep you all updated on what we, what's going on here on the homestead. She's not being herself right now. This mama here, she's actually very skittish, and as I'm gonna show you, she will actually let me get on up here, and as y'all can see, place my hand on her. We're gonna come on in and help her on out. If y'all been following our YouTube channel, this right here was the same mom that had twins, and she had a breach, okay, and both those babies did not make it. So we're going to get on in here and see what's going on, making sure that it is not a breach again. Her daughter actually came on over and checked her out and, was sniffing her as if she was trying to encourage her to, come on, go ahead and get those babies on out. But guys, like I said, we will keep you all updated on what's going on. Y'all stay tuned. Let me get on in here and assist and help the best I can with her giving these babies, birthing these babies. All right, so y'all stay tuned. Peace and blessings.
Yeah, so I wanted to show what some of us are doing while the world is distracted, and what we need to continue to do. Stay out the way, build our families in righteousness, build new families in righteousness, not going back into the curses as well. As you see this world going to hell in a handbasket, don't be joining marriages that's just going to go to hell or that's just going to come back into the curses, because that's not what Christ died for. I'm seeing marriages where people are getting married and then they just wanted to stay in councils forever. Like, no. What are y'all doing? It's just crazy to me. So to be honest, for me personally, in my opinion, this is my opinion, and this is from my experience. Like Paul, now I understand how Paul, ministering to the people for years, understood certain things. I personally don't think that 20-year-old men need to get married. I don't. Well, and people can have their opinion about it, only if they are very mature. Because they are still learning, they don't know what they want. They'll get with a woman and then, oh, she's not the one. Oh, I didn't get to live my life. Men, because men be maturing, they be taking their time to mature. Now, there's some old soul young men. These are different young men. These are different type of men. They're bred different, country boys. They are hard-working men. They are dedicated to family. There's some of them out there. Them I'm not talking about. But a lot of young men who don't have it together, I want to get married, and they don't know themselves. They really cause more trouble to the nation of getting a young woman and then the woman too. The young lady, she wants a cute guy. You either want a cute guy or you want a man at the end of the day, because like I always keep saying, the cute guy thing runs out because you usually start to feel like he's immature. But that's what you wanted. You wanted a cute guy. And so when we were telling you, you probably should get a man. And when we say man, we're talking about a man who have experience, who after a man has worked, he can now get a certain raise in life. Because even when you're young, you're capped off when you're young. Sometimes certain companies won't even give you a certain raise like that when you're young. And even if you got a raise, sometimes you will use that and have an ego, but still thinking you're a man because you have money, but not have experience. Unless you're that young, mature man who's sound in doctrine, who like Timothy was, sound in doctrine, humble, mature. That's different, but you can't make yourself like that. Some people, that's just who they are. But every young man is going to go through certain things in his 20s. It's not to blame them, and I'm not blaming men. Okay, I'm also blaming the sisters because they want this, oh, I want somebody cute, he's not handsome, but then they say later, oh, he can't take care of the bills, he can't give me what I want, do all of this. And then when they get with the older man, oh, I didn't get to give my life. So really, we all need to get to know who we are first before you join somebody. Because women, you're just really going to join, each man, you just joining a man who you can serve. But before you even court, you need to know in your mind, like questions, sit down with the elders to see, would y'all even be compatible at all? And then from there, court. Because then after courting, you just want to lay down. But then after you lay down, you hate each other's guts. Y'all doing the same thing that they did back in the law of why they wanted divorces. And Christ, that's why Christ said, nah, we got to stop all of that. You see what I'm saying? We have to stop all of those things. Can I share the link? So you have Humble Servants Homestead. Humble Servants Homestead was the last video you just saw, and you have Lions Homestead, okay, on YouTube, all right? But yeah, like we can't be in the end times going back into, guys, I want to tell y'all something that's so embarrassing, and it doesn't make any sense to be in the end of the world, see all of this great stuff happening, the Most High said and what Christ died for, to go back into the curses. That is crazy to me. That is crazy. And it just shows like we think we're supposed to get in because we're Israelites. No. We got to get this thing together, man. We got to get this thing together. So anyway, peace and blessings. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get up out of here, man. But let us pay attention, see the signs. Don't be going out there joining. But we will overcome all odds and all nations that's against us. We're going to overcome it, but it's going to take a little work. It's going to take us focusing on each other, focusing on our God, all right? Peace and blessings. Don't forget to go to historytimes.org. You know, if you want supplements, go to lionshomestead.com and go to KIIYsupplements.com. That's keysupplements.com. So you can be careful for these chemtrails out here, this germ warfare, bio warfare, all of this warfare. We're going to take care of you on those sites, all right? LionsHomestead.com, KIIYsupplements.com. And don't forget, if you just came in, if you want to get better in the Bible, you want to get in a class type of setting, we have a Bible Academy called historytimes.org. So stay tuned so you can join the next one. Peace and blessings. I am Elder Rawchaa. You have been tuned into G.O.C.C. Media on Tuesday night, and I'm out.
The Bible. Is it hard to understand?
When it comes to reading the Bible, the first thing that comes to mind is the fact that this is the Word of God.
The seals have been broken, and the truth is here.
And when we go throughout the scriptures, when we go throughout extra biblical records, we find that the language that God employed, that He used to create the heavens and the earth, was the Hebrew language.
Christ said, I came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But yet no one, no religious leader, no religious church out there anywhere can now identify the 12 tribes of Israel. Can we? God is quite simple, but it seems as if man makes understanding Him hard.
What are those mysteries?
The truth of your book and the truth will make you free. The Hebrew and Bible Academy.